Let's start with the question. Is it possible to find the Toronto in the desert? As a child, I loved the game Albion. One mystery I could never solve was that if it was possible to reach the Toronto from the desert. Back then, I had the following map. I guess it was in color though and part of the package. The island on the right was the big desert. And there is the Toronto marked. The story required you to go into Passage 1 and leave at Passage 2. And Passage 3 had no use whatsoever. You just ended up in the desert with no orientation points. I tried once to find it and run around for about 2 hours with no clues left and had to reload my game because I got lost. TLDR, can I reach the Toronto by foot? If yes, what do I find there? So how can we solve this? There's one possible answer. Answer 1. Oh, looks like I should pay a visit here more often. First, here is a nice view of the Toronto located in the desert. Unfortunately, it is not present physically on the game map. And this image was taken from an animated sequence in the game instead. If you look at the actual in-game map of the Umajo Desert, you will find a valley enclosed by mountain ridges. The crater probably being created during the ship's landing in the southern part of the island, which is where the Toronto should be located. Story-wise, the only way to reach the area is via the underground passage. And leaving it always triggers a scripted sequence, preventing you from entering the valley manually. If you turn on cheats, you will see that there is nothing there, really. As for why the Toronto isn't technically present on the map, I see 2 possible reasons. First, it would need a large image stored in the game for it, given its scale as evident from the screenshot. Considering in format in which maps are stored, it would take a large number of tiles to place on the map, which would take more memory. Memory was not easily available back then, so every optimization counted. The second reason is that the ship is simply too big to fit in that area. To put that into perspective, here is how large the ship actually is. Based on the surroundings, it could fit into the area if the crater was larger. But I suppose all distances in the game are scaled down by some factor from their real values. So the island would have to be made bigger too. Images taken from the Albion wiki. I hope this answer helped, and if it did, please drop a comment and subscribe.